The truth about life is, it doesn't matter what your age is at any point. You could be 20 years old or even 60 years old, and the world will still be a dark place if you don't control it to your will. Don't fall for the trap of thinking, oh, if I was younger, my life would be better. Or, if I was older, my life would be better. If you aren't satisfied with your life right now, in this moment, then no matter what time you teleport to, your pain and emotions will carry on with you. Weakness is not an option. There is a time and place for everything. If you are young and broke, with no car to drive, don't simply think life will be better in the future when you have those things. Instead, think like this: those things are bound to come anyways. What is the best way for me to utilize my time right now that I don't waste it pondering over things that are to come? There's a lot of productive things you can do at any age. You just need to discover them and make the best use of your time. Every man wants to be respected. It's one of our primal traits, and it makes us feel essential to our community and irreplaceable. The thing with respect is, everyone wants it, but seldom does anyone have it. Why? Because respect is a very bold phenomenon. You can't acquire respect with any shortcut. It's a long, grueling process that, with one accidental mistake, can crumble down instantly. If you try forcing people to respect you, you will never be respected and will instead be despised. The way to attain respect is simple in words, but hard to do. Could you do it? In order to be respected, you need to become like the ocean. I repeat, in order to be respected, you need to become like the ocean. Why the ocean? Because the ocean is a symbol of power. We all know it exists there and can be beneficial to us, but we never try to play the ocean by our rules. Instead, we have no option but to play by its own rule. Imagine walking straight through a beach, intending to not let anyone stop you in your path. No matter what you do, you'll have to stop when you reach the ocean. The ocean doesn't care what you want it to do. It knows its own purpose and exists without letting anyone interfere with it. You might think you could take a boat, but think back to the past. How many boats have drowned, killing so many people? The point is, the ocean commands respect, not by intruding in other people's business, but being so bold in its own presence that everyone is forced to respect it. When you put day and night effort in yourself and become strong in all areas of your life, you will be commanding the same level of respect wherever you go, anywhere in the world. But along with respect comes another very important lesson: the importance of being humble. Humbleness, something is a weakness, but it's one of the most powerful tools for a man. Humbleness allows you to learn and grow and evolve till your last breath. The truth is, the world is way too gigantic for one man to have learnt all there is to learn. There will always be something you don't know anything about, while maybe a 10-year-old does. Being humble allows you to be curious, to keep learning, even if it's from a 10-year-old, and keep improving from who you were one day ago. When your ego starts traveling from one section of society to the other, that's when you stop advancing as a human. To truly live a good life, you need to be open to learning from everybody. Your education in this life should never slow down, especially when you are young. School is important as it teaches you about grinding hard on things you may not enjoy. You might never use the Pythagoras theorem or organic chemistry in your life ever. But when you spend long nights mastering that body of knowledge, no matter how much you hate it, you learn something more than those topics. You put yourself ahead of most people as you were able to suck up your emotions and do what was required at the time. So, whenever things get rough further on in life, you know you'll not be a quitter, but a grinder. That's why we see so many startups nowadays and people abandoning it in a few months. When the initial motivation disperses and the struggle phase begins, they are quick to run away as they can't handle their fear of losing. So, if you're young, curate this fire within you from school. It'll serve you a long way into the future. It's also important that you don't spend your youth years chasing after girls and wasting time. A lot of great minds in our time have been lost just because they got distracted. It's very important that you stay focused in your youthful, energy-brimmed years. These are the years you can make huge, unmatched progress. But if you get distracted, all of it goes down the drain. Keep in mind that girls will always be around. That crush of yours you think is the perfect woman for you, you'll find much better down the road. When you become a high-value man in your later years, from the effort you put in today, all the women will flock towards you. You'll have the choice to choose between them and keep the best ones. But this happens later on. Don't lose your focus when you're supposed to be destroying the game. There will be people who will laugh at you or make fun of you. These will likely hurt more when coming from your friends and family, but that's what you must bear with blunt force. The reason people criticize others trying to do good for themselves is because of their own insecurities. You changing your lifestyles shows to them how the deceiving reality they've accepted for themselves is nothing but a facade. You'll appear threatening to them with their own failures and laziness, so they'll try to shoot down your self-esteem too, making you seem uncool. But remember, down the line in a few years, these same people will be around you at all times, asking for handouts when you successfully build the life you dreamt of. For those who are not in school anymore, just know, your learning never stops till your last breath. Don't ever think you're too old to follow your passions. As long as you got air in your lungs and a pulse in your heart, you have all you need to do whatever you want. Learn from others people's lessons and improve your life with them. Join courses and learn skills you thought you could never do. Men can do anything they set out to do. The only reason they don't is because of their mental shackles. Remove your mental shackles and throw them far away. You got everything you need in this world to succeed. You just have to put your mind to it and really want it. Nowadays, we have a lot of people who keep switching sides. Don't be swayed by temporary excitements that push you away from your main goals. People who keep their heads down go the farthest. You need to do something so well that other people can't even compare. You need to become the ocean in your field. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to drop a like and comment your thoughts on the matter. Make sure you subscribe, as we have a lot more videos coming out which will elevate your status in life. With that said, see you all soon.